Oh, fuck me.
Okay. Yes. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Cinematic Analysis, and as we continue Camping Horror Movies Month, we are reviewing The Evil Dead from 1981. And before we get to this episode, let's bring Lucas in.
Yeah, so the one been carrying this show honestly for the last couple ones because a lot of people have a lot of issues and there's a lot of things that are happening. And again, we're not gonna see AJ because he's not informative anyway. So that's why you see me taking over this. I'm basically Lucas Takeover. But yes, I'm here with my husband Jason Bailey as always. And, yes, and we're
don't take that seriously, guys. It's all just for fun, for jokes, okay?
yeah. Don't take this seriously. Okay, me and Jason are dating. I just got no, I just got out of my eggs. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't need that right now. I don't need that. But yeah, episode, and I got all the parts here from the movie, and I'm gonna read them off.
All right. So, plot time.
All right, you go ahead.
So this from The Evil Dead, not the Evil Within video game. Anyway, some five Michigan State University students: Ash Williams, his girlfriend Linda, his sister Cheryl, and their friend Scott and Scott's girlfriend Shelley. Vacation at an isolated cabin in rural Tennessee. Approaching the cabin, the group notices the porch swing move on its own, but it stops. As Scott grabs the doorknob while Cheryl draws a picture of a clock, the clock stops, and she hears a faint demonic voice tell her to join us. Okay, Dark Order. Her hand becomes possessed, turns pale, and draws a picture of a book with a demonic face on its cover. Although shaken, she does not mention the incident.
Mm.
Ooh, sounds great.
Yeah, I'll explain my rating as well. So before even this happened, I want to play at actually the end of the movie because I really do love this movie. Like I really do love this movie in its own way. I think again, there is a little bit messy, a little bit, but it's a good mess, in my personal opinion. So as Jason said, we get to meet Ash Williams to be the final one, Linda, Sherry, Scott, and Shelley. They're driving to Tennessee. Everything is looking good. And by the way, that cabin was like some cabin in the woods. I don't know y'all saw, but it was like some cabin out of the woods. That's just me. As Jason said, while Cherry is drawing, she heard some kind of weird noise, and the clock starts, and some weird shit happens. So Ash and Scott go down to the cellar, and they found a shotgun and a dagger, and a book with some demonic and real drawings with it. So then all of them get together and they decide to play a tape. And when the B Lodgers was playing, they're talking about Nephron Demento, which is basically the Book of the Dead. I think it's some kind of Egyptian, Jewish, whatever. I don't know. Let me know with that one. But so the person was talking about it. How he basically took that book and studied with it. Then some incarnations happen, or incarnations happened. It makes a demonic entity resurrect, and everything basically comes to life in the woods. Everything, the trees, there's some entities going around. A lot of shit's going around in this cabin, y'all. And then for some odd reason, I don't know how the hell this even happens. A tree comes through the window. A tree like comes out the window and stops the session. And then
Oh.
the window, they have a little like Ash gave Linda a telescope, and they're making out whatever. Who cares about that? But then we get a first person point of view of that, and we also get a first person point of view of Shelley. No, yeah, it was Shelley. It was Shelley. No, Sherry, my bad. Sherry. It was Sherry. That was the first point of view. So it makes it more interesting of what's going to happen at the first part. Going to the end of the first part is going to be triggering. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. And I really think that this is very cinematically done, but I really think again it's fucking scary as shit to even see this shit. I don't know how the hell it's that.
And I like that.
They're ready to join them again. And then this is where things get pretty weird. Instead of saying no, her dumb ass had to go to the woods. You know where this is gonna go?
I would do the same.
I wouldn't go in the woods either. Fuck it. And then this is where things are going to get south.
Ooh.
As she is going down, some trees and vines are knocked her down to make her look vulnerable and make her look not even defensive. Not even she's basically defenseless. And basically, the forest rapes her. Yeah, you heard me right. The forest, the demonic little thing that's been going on, raped Shelly. And again, the only reason why I know we heard some moans and some painful things, there's no consent. There's no consent. And when I first saw this, but I first saw this, I almost skipped it because it was very, very uncomfortable to see. Not just because it's a thing that, again, this written me done, but it's just scary to think about that. It's scary. It's scary in its own way. Cause those demonic things are gonna be scary at the first part of the movie or the second part of the movie. But when that rape shit happens, that when shit gets really scary, a really dark real quick. They took a dark turn just like that. As Evil Dead in the later movies has this campy things going on, this is just a straight up horror movie, and I love it. But this part, I'm okay. At like a human standpoint, I don't like it. But I kind of look at a movie standpoint, it certifies something. It is one of the most infamous scenes of this series in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So then Ash eventually wants to take Sherry back home, but the bridge is broken and they're all trapped in the cabin. That's the end of the first part.
Well, what an eventful first part, and I love it because of how scary it was. And yeah, and when they were going into the woods, I enjoyed it. I would do the same.
So you're saying you're gonna get fucked by the woods?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to explore the woods, even if
Yeah,
it's haunted.
you're gonna get a dead for exploring, all right.
Oh yeah.
Shit, they're gonna call you Dora the Explorer.
Well, I'm Jason the Explorer now.
Yeah, you're getting explored down there.
Anyways, in all seriousness, what an eventful first part, and I'm all in for what's gonna happen for the rest of the movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah, get ready, because this is about to be a roller coaster.
Oh hell yeah.
All right. So I have part twos of it, but I'm gonna go all of it here because again, I'm not going to go cliffhanger because I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna leave this one right. So, all right. So part two. Ash listens to more of the tape, and the only way to kill the entities is to dismember and possess Hope. So somebody has to be possessed, and you have to kill them, no matter who it's going to be. Hell, even if the doll could be possessed, you can kill him too.
Dolls.
The dog.
Oh, okay. That's what you said. Okay.
Okay, as Linda and Shell are playing spades, this is when we get the first possession of the movie. And these things are called deadlights. And
Mm.
let me tell you, these shits are scary as hell. when I first saw this movie, I'm hearing these weird ass voices of these weird possessions. I'm like, oh hell no, that's as scary as hell. Nah, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. So Sherry, the one got raped, turns possessed, and she stabs the window in the ankle with a pencil, and it is like deep in there. It's not like a one stab. It's like going in on that ankle. Ugh. I cringe at that one. That was that okay. That was me left foot too. And then throws Ash into the shelf. So this series is basically the possessed series beat the shit out of everybody. And then Scott knocks Shep. So then Scott decides to knock Sherry into the cellar and locks her there. So then shortly after that, Shelly turned into a deadlight and attacked Scott. Scott eventually kills her with a dagger and dismembers her. So we got one kill in the movie already.
Kill. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. And then I got part 3 is going to be the one that's earliest. But
So for part 2?
hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done yet. Okay, sorry.
All right. Then Linda has also become possessed as well. So after she gets stabbed in the ankle, she gets possessed as well. So then after that, Ash stabs Linda with a dagger and buries her and thought that was going to work. But before that, Scott was, I believe, injured as well. Was he injured? Yeah, Scott was, I think, injured in this part as well. And he is going to be out for a while. And we're going to see him back in part 3. But he gets injured by apparently the trees. I don't know how the hell he got injured and he got attacked, but it happened somehow. So then Ash stabs the side window with a dagger and buries her, which is not smart because you should dismember them, not bury them. So then, she does come back, but then Ash, so as Linda was going for a bit, like trying to dive on her, trying to kill her, Ash mid-air decapitates Linda with a shovel in mid-air. That was one of the coolest kills. I don't care what y'all say. That was one of the coolest kills in the movie because how just the decapitation was. It's just like a perfect landing. I love that one. So that's the second part of it. Might as well leave it off. Part 3 we get some crazy shit.
Ooh, you say part 3 is gonna get some crazy shit. Well, this part has some crazy shit as well. With all those kills, and must say, they did that very well. They planned those kills very well in this film.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think those kills are very eventful in their own way. There's one kill from the movie I really didn't like. It's Scott's. I know it's part, but he also gets possessed as well. But his kill is kind of like, oh, God, some of trees off screen. The other ones are actually on screen of what happened. So yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. But let's go into part 3. And this is the final part, by the way. That's it.
I'm all set for this.
All right. So Ash realizes that Sherry is gone from the cellar. And Sherry is also the one that was possessed in the first. So you already know what's going to happen in the later part. And Scott is wounded by the trees. As I said before, he's wounded. And then Ash gets attacked by Sherry, but then by the shotgun, she shoots her in the jaw, knock her out for a little bit. And as I said before, Scott is now a Deadlight too, so he is possessed too. So now we get a fight between both of those, and eventually Ash kind of gets the upper hand by gouging Scott's eyes out and pulling a tree that he got wounded by out of his stomach. So he's knocked out, he's bleeding out or whatever, and he falls to the ground. Then Sherry wakes up, and also Scott wakes up. So they're both attacking her and wanting to get the upper hand. As they were about to get the upper hand, Ash gets the book, as we saw from the beginning of the movie, the Book of the Dead, and basically it burns it in the little fireplace. So that burns, and then Scott and Sherry are dead because you remember you get dismembered if you don't have the book, I believe. So Sherry and Scott are dismembered because the book is burned. So there's no more entities after this, or it made you see. So the movie ends with Ash eventually leaving. An unseen demon who had a first point of view and attacks Ash from behind. And that's how the movie ends because, again, Evil Dead 2 is going to be the sequel of that, I believe. I haven't seen Evil Dead 2, so don't let me know. Yeah. But, yeah, so honestly, yeah, that is the end of it. And, yeah. And again, there's a reason why this cliffhanger, and this for a reason, is because we're going to have a sequel anyways. So.
Yep. Maybe soon we will review that sequel sometime. And what a pretty chaotic ending to this film. Wow. Mm-hmm. And you were right about that. There is some crazy shit that happened there, and you know what? They did a good job producing all those chaotic stuff, all these chaotic moments in this scene.
Yeah, and I also got
in this movie.
And I've got to mention too, they all got injured in this movie too. When they were filming this, they all got injured. One had a sprained ankle, and none of them were not feeling the best. But basically, the producer was very ambitious and wanted to get this done, so they basically forced him to get it done, which I completely understand. But at the same time, you needed people 100%. That's how I am. If I'm a producer, and if you're not 100%, we're going to get your scene thing done in an eventual way. Or we get a stunt double. Either one. So, yeah, that's one thing they like about it. There's a lot of injuries in this one, and a lot of, like, behind the scenes that were not the best. Like, behind the scene issues. And that's why my rating is not an actual perfect score. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get a thumbs up, thumbs down, and recommend this movie. All right. 1, 2, 3. I recommend it 100%.
100% for me as well. For those of you horror movie lovers.
Yeah, if you really want to get into a very old, not very old, but really original and like about 1980 horror movie, I think this is one that can be for you. And I really think it's a great movie overall, from like all the possessions and everything. But that, despite one scene that may be triggering, but I definitely do love this one.
Yeah. A trigger warning to those who are not comfortable with like gore, sexual content in the movie, and unlike any genres.
Yeah, it's right that in that movie. But we're done with this part, and now let's get into the ratings. And I'll say my rating right now. I gave this movie 9 out of 10.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Here's the reason why it's not a perfect score. The reason why it's not really a perfect score for me is because of those behind the scenes thing and the injuries in this movie. Because someone sprained their ankle, and just a lot of people were not in the best feeling. And coming from myself, I really think as a producer, you need to know when your clients or whatever is not 100%, and you can do this scene later time. I understand the ambition, and I don't mind it, but I feel like the ambition is definitely not, what we needed. Because again, the sprained ankle thing, I definitely do think that there is some risk to be an actor. So keep that in mind. But also, really, my first favorite kill was I think it was Linda. Yeah, it was Linda. Because of the mid-air decapitation, I really think that captured pretty well. And I personally love that kill. And also keep in mind, y'all, I'm not going to advertise myself. Well, obviously, I'm going to advertise myself because Jason's not here. Well, Jason is here now.
Alright, sorry about that. My dinner just came, but anyways, I'll give this a 10 out of 10 because of all the chaotic moments.
All right.
And wait, Maddie shared her thoughts with me.
Oh, what did she say? What did it say?
She gave this a 10 out of 10 because it's a perfect creepy movie to watch with your friends or even alone at night. It captures the true essence of what horror is.
Oh,
The
yeah.
creepy, wary feeling you get from this movie brings them so much comfort and reminds them of all the horror flicks that they will watch as a kid. It's a timeless classic, will never get old. It's one of Sam Raimi's best films and in their personal opinion, and finds themselves always going back to that movie specifically.
Oh, hell. I personally do agree with that. I went 9 because of off-screen issues and some issues that you have with the movie as well. Is it not necessarily the rape scene, but also the just some of the plot a little bit. I just think again, it's like the not very cute cutter, but it's just again not why I think it's perfect to me. But that's just me. But overall, this movie gets a 96. Why did not 96? A 97 out of 100. So again, almost a perfect score for me. But yeah. Also, hi Joseph Quinn Lover, number 2.
So yeah, outros.
Alright, let's get in the outros. I'll go first. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Cinematic Analysis as I basically break down what happens in Evil Dead. Again, I wish Maddie was here to do this, but again, like personal issues do happen, and I definitely do wish the best for them. And yeah, that's what I say about that. Also, follow my TikTok at Lucas_Rainmaker. I did post another TikTok, and it took me a fucking hour to do, so please give me some love, y'all. Please. But also, check out my Instagram, lucas.100336. Should be posting here soon, and I'm going to go to Cherokee next week, so I won't be on any podcasting that weekend. Or maybe on Cinematic Analysis on Monday. We'll see what happens. But, yeah. Definitely did check out the podcast as well. We just recently did Mano board with me and my husband Jason over here, and yeah, we did that. And
not actually.
Yes.
Wait, what? I said nothing.
Yeah, you definitely said nothing. But yeah, definitely check that out as well. Crash and Burn. We also did Backlash 2016. My bad. And also, again, Crash and Burn this week. We're going to do Death from Dishonor for Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, first time.
And for Moshcast, we're also going to do Top 10 Beartooth and Slipknot songs. So keep on the mind for that one. And Cinematic Analysis will announce that by my good friend here, Jason Bailey. So Jason, what's the winner?
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Cinematic Analysis. We reviewed The Evil Dead 1981. You can subscribe to all 3 podcasts, and let me see the next movie film we will be doing. Sleepaway Camp has won the voting for our upcoming episode.
Oh, yeah! That's one of my favorite
First
movies.
one.
I love that movie.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you for Sleepaway Camp.
Alright, just remember, my name is Lucas Tensio, and I'm better than you. And you know.
Alright, everybody. We'll see you for Sleepaway Camp. Take care and have a good week.
Bye, motherfucker.
Bye-bye.